Hey guys, it is Sharon back with Little Britain Company, and today I have that video I've been telling you about. This is a way to make greeting cards. Oh, bra strap. Let's hide that. I have a thing to hide that. This is a way to make greeting cards out of your ribbon. So I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing in just a minute. I'm going to start, as I always do, with my Temu earrings, but they're not really Temu earrings. These are so cute. They really give me in a bit of a playful Alice in Wonderland vibe. These are charms that I turned into earrings. I love doing that. It's super fun, super easy, and I have a shorts coming out for you just about doing this. Quick, easy, and voila, new earrings. So anyway, they're really fun. But what we're here for today is ribbon. How am I going to take these big ribbons and turn them into a card? And so really quickly, this started for me when I looked at a few things like this. I picked these up. I love it so much. I think that the design is gorgeous. The picture is wonderful. That Santa just speaks to me. So I picked it up thinking I'll be able to do something with it. But if I put it on a tree or I put it on something, hide that bra strap, and I put it on something, it gets kind of hidden. It'll get hidden in my tree, or I just, I could do, I'm not very good at bows. I could do bows, and do like a bow on a wreath, but that doesn't really convey everything I can do with this. And so anyway, I was looking at it, trying to think, I always thought I could turn it into something else. Can I turn it into an embellishment? Can I use it on other things? That's what sparked my interest. And I ended up with this. And I love this. So today, I got the simple inside. Today, I'm going to show you how to take your wide ribbons, whether it's something like this, which is actually 4 inches wide, or a lot of our Dollar Tree ribbons are 2.5 inches. I'm going to show you how to turn this into this. All right, I'm going to do my best not to shake the table, but I make no promises because I have been trying several different mounts for my camera. This is the easiest, but I do have to stop the shaking because that is annoying for both of us, for all of us, I think. Okay, so I created this Santa. He's super fun. This ribbon, I think I got it at Dollar General. The really cool background sparkle paper, that's Dollar Tree. And then I added some little sparkle bits. Those are Dollar Tree. And for this one, I used a silver pipe cleaner. I am going to try something a little bit different for the top and bottom today. We'll see if I like it, if it works. Yes, I'm trying something brand new on, as I'm filming. I guess if it doesn't work, I can switch it out. Today, I'm going to actually try to use this, which is something I got from Temu, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So let me show you some of the other cards I made. I think I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. So we made this Santa card. I made that one and said, what else can I do? And then I made this cute guy. This is straight from Dollar Tree, and this is Dollar Tree, so maybe I should call this a Dollar Tree video. I made this cute guy. I love him. I love him, but he did teach me a few things that you need to watch out for when you're doing these. Almost all the ribbon is Dollar Tree. This one was Dollar Tree. I really like this. I think it still needs a sentiment here. And this one is, now I will tell you, I didn't put the sentiments on because I wanted you to really see the ribbons. But this one's going to get some kind of a farm fresh. I think this, to me, feels very farmer's market. So that's what I want to put on that one. And then this one, I don't think I need anything else. This is a Dollar Tree ribbon. It says Grateful. I just picked this one up recently. I think it was in my last Dollar Tree haul. So I really like that one. And then I went one step further. All of those are kind of within the confines of the ribbon. And then I went one step further. And with this cute one, I actually cut out the entire piece directly from the ribbon. And I am super happy with the way this is turning out. So let's take a look at what we need and how we can do this. Let me move these out of the way. Today, what my plan is to make this card together, and then I'm hoping what I want to do is I have an Instagram page, and I'm going to link it. I have not been very good about using it, but I think it's time, and I would love it if you all would follow me on Instagram and then post any pictures. If you make some cards using ribbon with this technique, I would really appreciate it if you would just share them with me, because I really want to see what you all are doing too. And anything else that you have made, excuse me, I got the coughs today. Anything else you've made from some of the things that I've shown you, I would dearly love to see. And anyway, let's get to it. Okay, I think I got everything together. These are sort of your basic, you all know to have the basic tools. You need scissors and things and some kind of a cutting system. I did switch over to the other holder for my device. We'll see. Hopefully it won't be quite as shaky. Okay, so what we need here is, this is Dollar Tree, the Crafter's Square. This is the shiny stock. And this is, I really love this color. This is the perfect color, very vintagey, but it works so well with this particular ribbon. But in this pack, you get this really nice pink, you get this, I love these colors, this green, the black, the white. Is that everything? There should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So the kind of bluish green, pink, almost lime green, Fire King green, and then the black and the white. So I'm going to be using that piece today. All right, so what else I have? I have to have a ribbon that I like. I have to have some kind of background paper. This one is a 4-inch ribbon, and I really like using the 4-inch ribbon because the truth is it's your entire card. These actually go very quickly. This is a 110-pound cardstock that I simply cut. This was 8.5 by 11. You cut it in half, you fold it in half, and then you've got your 5.5 by 4.25. So I'm going to put that up there. Then I also have my score tape. Now, there are 2 ways you can do this. And I have not decided if I like using this one or this one better. I will tell you that. I haven't quite decided which one I like using better. That's what we're going to be using today. And then you need a plain piece of cardstock. Now, I prefer using white, but in a couple of instances, I have used other colors because I thought it would help with the background. So I can actually enhance the background of a ribbon. White, if I had used white on the background here, that would have been a lot lighter. The black would have been much lighter. I used a black background on this one, and I think that it worked pretty well for this particular one. So just consider what you've got, what kind of cardstock. I could have put an orange behind this one, and that orange would have given you an orangey feel all the way through. It will show through. That's just why I say that. That's why I'm pointing that out. Your background paper is going to show through. All right. So the first thing I need to do is decide I want to cut this sheet. I'm going to move these other things out of the way. Oh, see, I don't tell you everything. I definitely want some kind of a bone folder, but you can use a credit card if you need to, if you don't have a bone folder. This is from Temu. I will try to remember to link it. If I don't, you guys remind me, please, because you're really, really good about that, and I appreciate it. And I have not tried it. And I probably shouldn't try something new. It is much fuzzier. So I'm going to take a quick look. I do like it. I think that's going to be cute. It's much fuzzier than the pipe cleaners, but the pipe cleaners are super hard to get to adhere properly. So I'm going to go with this. All right, so let me move these. Let me move those out of the way. Let me trip over my words. First we trip over our words, then we can get to work. All right, so you can see this. I'm not sure you can. I can actually measure it from the bottom. I prefer measuring from the top. All right, I'm going to move my camera just a wee bit up here so you can see a little bit more. My cute little clock. My husband bought that for me for Christmas. I just love that. And I cleaned my table off, so you're not seeing a whole bunch of mess on the table right now. Trust me, if I had done this like, earlier in the week, you wouldn't be able to see anything. All right, so I know that my ribbon is 4 inches. And I cut a piece. I'm measuring it off to the side here. This particular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is just under 5 inches, but I can cut it to 5 inches and then edit from there if I want to. All right, let me make sure that this is going to be, yeah, it's pretty big enough. So 4 inches. All right. And move that one out of the way. And then I want this one to be, I'm going to go just under 5 inches. It actually would be fine if it wasn't, the full amount. All right. Did I get that even? Gracious, guys. I need to be careful to hold down hard. If you are not familiar with, I love this. This is new to me. Oh, I've had it for about a month now, maybe. My guillotine. I got this from, I think, scrapbook.com, but it might have been Amazon. I think scrapbook.com carries these. This is the Tim Holtz tonic one, and I love it. Really, really love it. Okay, so here's my piece. I'm going to take a quick look and see how well I did. All right, I am a little concerned that this is a little bit wider. So even though this is 4 inches, is this 4 inches? All right, this one's going a little bit more than 4 inches. I'm going to cut another sliver off of this. I do not want, along these sides, I do not want this bigger than that. It doesn't have to adhere directly to these wired pieces because this is a wired ribbon, but it does need to cover all of the fabric-y type places. All right, let's take another look before I get rid of my guillotine. Perfect. Okay. It's a wee bit tall. Again, I said that really is fine because you're going to have something over the top of it. So on the top and bottom for this one, now I can get it closer. For this one, I'm not worrying about it too much, but for other ones, I will tell you for something like, for this, I actually just folded the top and bottom over. I cut it a little bit longer and I folded those top and bottom over. You get this kind of nice, it actually adds some additional dimension when you do it that way because you don't get, the back of it doesn't kind of go down a little bit, if that makes sense. Probably not. I don't know if I'm making sense. Okay, so here's the big trick. Super easy, and I'm just going to use my tape. I have now ordered, I think, the one I have coming in, I want a 2-inch and a 4-inch. Okay. Here is what is super important to me. I need to get it on that line. That's my biggie right there. I need it to be really on that line, or as close to it as I can humanly make it. Let me go in a little bit so you can see this better when I do this one. This just looks better for me. Hopefully, I'm going to try to keep this in the shot as best I can. All right. Your tape can be forgiving in some ways. See how I'm pushing it back over again? I can do that as long as it's not adhered, because I'll show you what happens. I don't want it to stick to that. All right. This is my favorite way of cutting. I just line it up right there and doop, and I get a good cut. That black hair is Sophia hair. All right, let me pull it back out a little bit so we can all see it again a little bit better. That's how close, and that actually is, I'm actually sitting kind of far away from what I'm doing because of where the camera is. So, all right. I really want decent coverage. This absolutely will work well. If I could only speak. This would work great with these sheets. Cut the sheet the same size as your paper, put the one full sheet on it. It'll work perfectly. My only concern with these is that when you buy these full sheets, they're expensive. When I looked at the comps between buying something like this and how much you get compared to the rolls, there was just no comparison. That was, you know, considerably more expensive. So, yeah, that's why I do it the way I do it. So, all right, next I'm just going to fill in. I want really good coverage. I want most of my fabric-y pieces, the ribbon-y pieces, adhered. Now, before I said, well, you know, you can't have gaps. Sophia, oh my golly, does she come up on the tape? She does actually come up on it. She jumps up. You can have something as tiny as that. I mean, that's pretty tiny. That's not going to make a difference with what I'm doing. This is where I'll pull back a little bit. This is where your bone folder really comes in handy. You can kind of see I am really adhering this. But when I'm doing that, I'm also getting, you know, any crinkles that were in this tape, I'm going to get those out doing this, generally. And when I pull the tape off, I'm going to go back over my bone folder. There we go. Yep. Okay. So now I'm just going to start pulling off my pieces. Now I'm going to stop for a minute. I'm going to go one more time over that little piece. That was the most crinkle. Of course, when I'm doing it, yeah, actually I can see it there, but when I put my finger on it, it's flat as can be. Like, of course, when I'm doing it, that's when we're going to have an issue. When I'm doing it for you guys. I guess it's a good thing it's not live. Can't imagine. Okay, let me get this trash out of the way for a second. Honestly, this is one of the quickest things that I've done, and I love it. So there's so much you can do with these, knowing this, and we get such beautiful ribbons. And then I just wanted to not be limited in what I could do with them. All right, so now here's one of the reasons why I like it being just, if it's slightly bigger, I'm okay with that. I need to get, if you can see me doing this, I want this guy, this hard piece right here, and I'm trying to be super careful about not adhering anything else at the moment. This might be the hardest part, getting this part down. So now, it actually is showing up. Now, I am slowly, okay. Nice thing about this, your ribbon actually can come up a little bit. If this was straight up paper, it would not be able to. I have not had this many problems on any of these. And of course, this one. Okay. One second. Okay. Again, score tape is something that normally you can't pull up, but when you're using it on something which is basically fabric, you actually have a little bit more leeway. This one is, I need the leeway with this one because it's being difficult, but there we go. So all I did when I was off camera for a minute was just to pull it back up more evenly, even it back out again, and there we go. Isn't that cute? So, came out pretty well. And we're going to go with this because we don't do perfect. We do not do perfect. All right. I'm just going to gently come along this bottom. Now, these are not regular scissors. These are a specialized scissor. I think I've mentioned that before, that I bought many years ago in the throes of my scrapbooking, when scrapbooking was actually still kind of young. Golly, I'm sure I've had these for more than 20 years. But they have this amazing, I'm sure you can still get something like this. They have a serrated edge here, and they have a Teflon coating. If anyone knows the manufacturer of these, I would love it if you would let me know, because I would absolutely buy more. I would definitely buy more of those. If I knew who the manufacturer was, I would buy whatever size they have. They're brilliant. They don't stick. I don't have problems with them. They cut through just about everything that I'm using, although I am more careful with those. Anyway, that is my my pitch. I was okay. So let me move this out of the way. So here's the base of our card. Really, I mean, it's already adorable. And so now I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm just going to go ahead and create more of the card. And you can move it around a little bit, but I think that one of the things that I think is attractive about this particular card has to do with the vintage-y look to it. And a vintage card is not going to be perfect. I don't think people expect it to be perfect because it's, vintage. So yes, even having cleared everything off, there's still stuff here. Alrighty. I don't think I can get this whole thing in the shot. Here's what I'm going to do, and I'm sorry that I can't show you the whole thing. I want this one to be 4, let's see, 4 1/4. So this is going to be 4 3/8. That's how I do my first mat. All right, that's 4 3/8. And then my next one, it was 5 1/2, so I'm only going to go down by 1/8. That should not have been 4 3/8. It should have been 4 1/8. Sorry about that. Let me recut that real quick. This should be 4 1/8. Pretty close. Okay, let me just get that little piece off. There we go. Now I can do 5 3/8. Let's see. Now let me grab my card. So this one's going to go, you can see what I really have is just about 1/8. I'm going to put it on this side. That's a better side. We've got 1/8 of an inch pretty much all the way around. It's hard for me to see. I'm trying to see around this camera. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cackle in your ear. All right, so we're going to get that. That's going to be close. To do this one, I'm not going to worry so much about the score tape. I'm going to use my AdTech. I think it works just as well. I could use my ATG, but it's over there. So as I run out, luckily I always keep more than one full right next to me. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead. I'm getting pretty closer. It doesn't have to be perfect. Dogs are going nuts. So we have a beautiful, really beautiful rainy day. And I say it like that with, no tongue in cheek intended on that one. It is a beautiful rainy day. We desperately need the rain. So I'm going to love my rainy days. Okay, guys, we're almost done. Really, this is just amazingly easy. All right, next we're going to go ahead. Y'all know I do that. It's so weird, isn't it? All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to adhere this guy. Give him a little extra because he's a little extra. All right, now let me see where this is going to be. This kind of needs to be centered. Now he could go high or low. I'm trying to figure out right about there. And I want some of my green to show through. I want it to be pretty even. All right, there we go. So we got a little green showing through on both sides. Move that down a little bit for you. And look at that. So the last thing I'm going to do, and this is going to hide my edges. It's also, not only is it adorable and looks very, to me, very 50s. This is absolutely something that you would see in the 50s, but it's also going to give me, hide these edges, sort of the cut edges. They're not going to unravel on you. They're really well adhered. I mean, they are now part of the glue system. But so what I'm going to do with this piece, I am going to use tape, not glue. The glue just won't sit long enough to set. So I'm just going to come along here. I'm going to cut that little piece. All right. I'm going to do the same down here. This is the one thing I'm going to use my glue on. I'm going to put some glue here. I'm doing that so it doesn't unravel on me, so that the tinsel doesn't unravel on me. Let that sit for a second. Okay, and then this one. Now you can absolutely, that should be right, use pipe cleaners. I did on that first card that you saw. I would say the same thing. Use tape. Use really strong tape. Use a thin layer of score tape, which is my favorite tape. I just wouldn't use glue on those. It doesn't hold. I did try glue. I tried this. This is my art glitter glue. It holds everything. It is my favorite. It could not hold down the pipe cleaners. I had to do score tape, and then I had to layer glue on top of that, and then I had to put something on top of it heavy to hold those together. So these don't have that extra metal piece. This one doesn't have that extra metal going through it that is going to push up on it, which is really what's happening there. You know, you've got that thing, the metal piece in your pipe cleaner pushing up, and that's what's keeping it from. All right, we're about done. We're gonna go ahead and get some score tape out. Now I am going to use, this is like an 1/8 of an inch. Is it 1/8 of an inch? Yep, this is an 1/8 of an inch score tape. And I don't want anything too big because I don't want it to cause problems. I don't want it to be sticky on somebody's card afterwards. I only want it to adhere, to what I want it to adhere to. So I'm going to get this guy, it's got a piece stuck to it. And I am going to put him, okay. I want you to see that there's a little bit on the card. It's adding some additional structure to that top part of the card. This one will rip. It's helping with this bottom part. I know it's not going to unravel, but this is just kind of additional safety measure to make sure it doesn't unravel. Because when I do this, once again, it is really adhering to the adhesive. It's becoming one with the adhesive. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to take my little bone folder. Sometimes I have to pause. Take my bone folder. I'm going to go across top and bottom. I really want the adhesive to become one with that sounds silly, doesn't it? To become one with the card, with the card. I really do. I really want it. I need it to be a part of the ribbon, and that's what I'm doing with my bone folder. Okay, so next thing, get this off. Here we go. All right. Now, my glue is not quite dry. That's okay. Doesn't have to be. Seeing which one is which. I don't think it matters. All right. So I'm starting right. Did you hear that door? That means little Brit is up and moving. All right, now I'm just pressing down. The best I can do with this one is just press down a little bit. I can make those come out. Oh my golly, that's so cute. All right, I'm really loving this. I don't know which one I like more. I did like the pipe cleaner. I might switch off between them sometimes. And I have more pipe cleaner. I bought a bunch of these different small tinsels, which are actually which I actually haven't shown to you guys yet. I pulled this from a new haul that came in yesterday. And I haven't shown you the new haul. Oh my goodness. Okay. And there he is. That's it. Look how easy that was. So simple and quick. And you could do it with any of them. I am on the hunt right now for more 4-inch because I really like this size. I'm really on the hunt for more 4-inch, really pretty Christmassy ribbons. If you find some, send me some pictures of that Instagram. Like I said, I'm going to include the link to that Instagram down below. Looking forward to seeing what you guys are, what you guys are making. And in anything else that you want to do. Anytime you want to reach out to me, you can always email me directly at littlebritandco@gmail.com. So if you ever want to reach out to me, send me a picture, send me something, you can do it directly. But you can also, Little Brit and Co. also has Instagram. We are also on Instagram and Facebook, although I need to be a much better social media manager. That's all I have to say about that. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me show you all of the cool cards that I'm going to put those out so you have one more look at them. So we've got, I'm going to put this guy in the middle. Now I say that now. So I could also add a few sort of diamond dots to these and just spruce it up even more. You could do something with, you could use something like the pops to do a few little pops with his candy cane. There's just so many things you could do to even, enhance it even more, to add. It's always kind of fun to play with these, to play with all of these. I'm just going to put them like so. And that one. And then finally, just briefly, I'll tell you, when I did this card, I used the exact same technique as far as adhering this, attaching it to the card. But once I had it fully attached to the cardstock underneath, I just went ahead and cut it out like a regular die cut. And this is not giving me any problems at all. You can see there's no fraying there. This has been, I did this maybe, I think I created this maybe a week ago when I started working with all of these and trying some different styles. So I hope you enjoyed it. And again, please let me know, let me know what you think, and let me know if you're going to make one, because I'm super excited to see you make one. All right, that's it for today. Cheers.